Ladies and gentlemen, there are a few changes to how your federal benefits are going to work in 2025. We're going to dive into them, and there's a few things on the horizon that we don't know if are going to happen or not, but we'll dive into those as well, just so if they do happen, you are the first one to know. And you might have heard of some of them, but let's dive in. First and foremost, your TSP contribution limit. How much you can put into your TSP is fresh and new in 2025. If you are under age 50, you could put in $23,500 higher than last year, 2024. So 2025, you could save more. If you are over 50, you can put in an additional $7,500. That is the catch-up. Now, something really unique. This is the first year it's actually happening. If you are age 60 to 63, instead of just the $7,500, you can put in $11,250 extra dollars for the catch-up. So, as a reminder, if you're over 50, you can do the normal amount plus this. If you're between 60 and 63, you can do the normal amount plus this, which is fantastic. Now, if you have to be turning 60, 61, 62, or 63 in 2025. But if you're older than that, if you're turning 64, for example, in 2025, you don't get this extra amount. You are back to the normal catch-up. Why that is, I have no clue, but that is how it is. Again, this is the first year there's this extra catch-up thing that was put into place. So that is how much you can put into your TSP. And if you're looking to max out the TSP, meaning put in as much as they'll let you, as a general rule for every year, this is how you can do it. So take whatever you can put in, whatever your limit is, and you divide that by how many pay periods are in the year, right? Most years there's 26, so you take 23,500 divided by 26, and that is what you contribute every pay period. So you have it smoothly throughout the year. You max out the TSP. So that's number one, the TSP contributions changing. Now, as you guys know, there is, of course, a 2% pay raise. Now, there was talks about maybe raising that, but as of actually recording this video, it was still at 2%, that all active federal employees get a 2% raise. However, cost of living adjustment, or COLA. So it just so happens that this year, federal retirees who have pensions that get COLAs will get a 2% raise to their pension as well. Now, these numbers are actually not normally the same, right? The raise that active federal employees get is not normally the same as what retired federal employees get, but this year it just happened to be so. The pay raise that active feds get has to be done actively by Congress and, of course, the president. But COLAs for retirees happens by automatically, and it happens by what inflation is based on that. So it just so happened that they are both about that 2% level. It probably won't happen like that next year, but again, this year that is the case. So those are the big things that are changing. Little pay raise, little COLA to your pension. You can put more into TSP, which is fantastic. Now, there's a few things on the horizon that has been talked about that, again, who knows if and when, or if at all, they will happen. Number one, changing your high 3 to your high 5. Now, if you're not familiar with your high 3, it is a number that they use to calculate your pension. It's the 3 years of your career you got paid the most. That's how they estimate, or that's how they calculate what your pension is going to be. However, there's been talk of changing that to your high 5. So instead of just looking at the 3 highest years of your career, they look at the top 5. Now, why would they do this? Because generally speaking, that will reduce what your pension will be. If they look at the top 5, the average most likely will be lower than your top 3, which again then decreases pension. They're trying to find ways to save money. Now, they've talked about that a lot in the past. So will that happen? Who knows? We don't have any idea, but that is one thing to keep in mind. Now, they've also talked about maybe getting rid of the first supplement. That's been on the chopping block for years. Again, if it goes away, we have absolutely no clue. There's no actual real bills or laws in place or in the pipeline for that to get rid of. But again, it's always talked about. So something to keep in mind. But again, as of now, there's nothing too serious to get rid of it for now. But certainly if anything does come through the pipeline, I will be the first to let you know here on YouTube. And I hope this is helpful. Hopefully you are ready to go for 2025. Make it a great year. I'll see you in the next video.